Jimmy with Cuff and Stuff. Man, here we go. We got another good one for you. A couple of weeks ago, we were talking about my grandmother, and one of the things that came up was how she used to have a garden. She always had fried green tomatoes, and how she did them differently than most of the people that you see do them. So it dawned on me, Cuff and Stuff barbecue and good Southern food, what's more Southern than fried green tomatoes, right? Probably even like the movie. Well, we had never done a video on it, so it's time to fix that. So that's what we're gonna do today, so hang tight. Okay, as you see, we've got our 2 tomatoes that we pulled right off the vine. I'm going to take and just slice just the end of it off, turn it upside down. Now, I know that I'm going to be doing this a little different than you expect. Most people, when they slice up tomatoes for frying like this, slice them into the discs that go around. I'm cutting these hopefully in about the same size chunks. And you see I'm cutting them up into cubes. Oh, I know, just wait. You'll see. This is good stuff. I love it. This is the way my grandmother did it years ago. She said that no matter how hot you get the oil, that if you cut it into slices like that, that it was going to soak up the oil. It wouldn't be good and crispy. And for the most part, I agree 100%. And this is the way I do it, the way I was taught. And you see, now, this is just my wife and I, and 2 tomatoes are going to be definitely all we need once you get it fried up. All right, that's all there is to it. To me, seasoning this up is next, and when we get ready to do that, we'll bring you back. All right, well, here we go. This is buttermilk, okay? I don't know whether you can see the label or not. I'm gonna put about that much. That might be 1/3 of a cup, maybe. But all I wanna do is I wanna get these tomatoes a little bit wet. That's gonna help the seasoning, the cornmeal, and the flour stick. All right, so what am I gonna season it with? Well, back in the day, my grandmother used to do salt and pepper, and that was it. I've come up with something a little bit better than that. This is Uncle Steve's salt, pepper, garlic. Oh my goodness, it adds such a flavor. This is brand new. www.unclesteveshake.com. Tell Uncle Steve that I sent you in the comment section, and Uncle Steve will hook you up. His last 2 are Texas Cajun and this salt, pepper, garlic, and I've already used all of the Texas Cajun that I have. It's definitely time to reorder. All right, I just want to be able to see not a heavy coating, but I want it on all sides of this. And there you go. All right. Give me a minute, I'll bring you right back. We about got our oil up to temp, so let's get these ready and get them in the oil. All right, so this is white cornmeal. I'm gonna take it and mix it up in here. And this is just regular self-rising flour. Now you want about 4 parts cornmeal to 1 part flour. All right, and let's just mix it up here. And see how the buttermilk has helped stick it on? Let's drop it in the oil. Now I don't want to do all of this at one time. I don't want to drop the temperature down that much, but this is a pretty good size iron skillet that I'm using it in. And why not do half of it? All right, this is 350 degrees. Perfect frying temperature, right? Pretty much everything I do. Now, I don't want to stir this. I'm going to take a strainer and I'm going to move it around just a little bit after I give it a minute or two. But I don't want to brush all the coating off of these. But I do have a strainer that very gently, and they're doing good. Let's put this over here with paper towel. And all we're looking for now is we're looking for it to brown it up. Now this was fresh oil. What do you do with the oil? Well, once you finish with this, don't throw it out. Let it cool off. After it cools down, very gently dip it out. You can save it in a bowl. If you used all the oil that you had out of that bottle, get a funnel, pour it back in the bottle. Now don't dip all the way to the bottom. The sediment in the bottom is what you don't want. Dip out all the clear oil that you can, and then dump the rest of it in the trash can. You got a burn barrel or something, pour it in the burn barrel. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. All right, these are looking pretty. Let's take these out, put them over there on the paper towel. And let's put the rest of them in. Okay, that's the rest of them. Again, you notice I didn't stir them. I just put them in, and I'm telling you, just leave them alone. And it's the hardest thing in the world to do, but just wait. As they start to get a little bit brown, then you can take and you can move them, make sure they're separated. But before that, I wouldn't do it at all. I'll let you look down in here and see what we got. Isn't that pretty? Okay, well, we've let these cool down just a little bit. And again, here we go. Is that pretty or what? It's not the typical fried fried green tomatoes. I'm gonna take just a little bit more of this SPG and put over the top of it. And then we're gonna try it. Here we go. I promise you, if I stay out here too long, I'll eat all of this. I said that was enough for 2 of us. That could be supper. Oh, that's good. Thanks for sticking around. Here's all we did. Sliced up the tomatoes into chunks. We took about half a cup or a little less of buttermilk, wet them down in the bowl. We used white cornmeal and self-rising flour, 4 parts cornmeal, 1 part flour. We used Uncle Steve's SPG and fried them at 350. That's all there is to it. Now, again, my grandmother said if you do them in chunks like this, they don't get oily. It doesn't soak up the oil. It doesn't take as long to cook. And to me, I just enjoy eating these better because I need a knife and a fork and all of that, and I can just pop these in like chicken bites or whatever. So again, thanks for hanging around. If you haven't already, how about hit the circle on this side? I'll have another video just for you. Hey, doesn't cost anything in this box right over here. Until next time, hang tight.